Well, it's fall in Georgia, and that means yellow jacket season. There is a huge nest right here. Karen and the dog got bit last week, and the same time I mowed over here, I didn't realize it was in here, and I got bit twice. So I went to Ace and got their foaming spray, and I'm going to give it a good shot this morning. Oh, there's another entrance right here, I see. That's not surprising. Here they come back swarming all over. I'm going to make an exit right here. Clematis has recovered from the overhaul of the gazebo and is blooming. And we have these beautiful morning glories. Sweet corn has come and gone. We've eaten quite a bit of this and got it a little bit too late. And here is the weed patch. Mulberry weed, mimosa, and nutgrass. This whole path over here is covered with nothing but nutgrass. And that's how I killed my tomato plants, trying to kill it. I don't know what to do here. I don't want to do the tomato plant kill again. This is the tomato plant, the homestead, that broke off. I'm really impressed. We're going to have a lot of fall tomatoes. The sunflowers are in full bloom right now. This is early girl. Looks like I have a couple of tomatoes to pick today. This was the experimental plant I put in after I killed all the other ones. I wanted to make sure it wasn't in the soil. My volunteer sunburst, looking good. I eat tomatoes off of here every time I come through the garden. This lettuce I just put in this morning, had it up by the deck where I could keep it moist, because this ground is just bone dry. There is no moisture in this ground at all. In fact, that last video update that was so promising for my little leaf cucumber, it just withered away. And I'm sure it's my fault. I just didn't get around to watering it. So I'm going to try to take better care. This first row here is our plant anytime, and the next one is the red fire, which does real well in heat. This part of the bed I'll sow directly more lettuce, radishes, and carrots, and I'll put plastic over it for the winter. Peppers continue to go well. Picked up a 6-pack of cabbages because the ones I planted earlier withered away. Planted these this morning as well, and again I'll keep these watered. And we really like the recipe from Chick-fil-A for their coleslaw. They stopped selling the coleslaw, so they gave away the recipe. I'm sure it's on their website. I'll try to put a link below if I can remember. It's beautiful out my bedroom window to see all these sunflowers. The perennial garden has lost a lot of its charm. The black-eyed Susans have stopped blooming, and now they're all full of seeds. The finches are in gold color right now, and they're down here every morning. The zinnias continue to bloom. My black-eyed Susan vine takes over, but I've had a pretty good job of keeping ahead of it. This is the problem with this mulberry weed. It's starting to go to seed, and those seeds are everywhere. So I try to get ahead of it. This mimosa is an annual, so in the near future here, in fact this is supposed to be the time you plant grass and kill the weeds, the winter weeds in Georgia. I'll be putting out crabgrass and weed preventer here. The Shasta daisies in their second bloom. It's a plant I picked up for 25 cents at Lowe's. It was about half this size and no blooms on it, but it's going to have some beautiful fall color. And the Hugo bed. I have really mixed feelings with this. We had several meals off of the beans that were planted in here. I chopped them off and pulled up all the crabgrass, and it is as dry as the other beds. So I'm not sure. I know you're supposed to wait 3 years, but I'm going to cover this with some compost, and we'll just wait and see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it next season or this winter. I think I should put strawberries in it. They're a perennial that we only plant every 2 or 3 years, and that way I don't have to deal with these logs that are sticking up. They are not rotting very quickly, and it's really hard to turn this over with a pitchfork, and possible to do tilling with a power tiller. And the mimosa everywhere. I just added some coffee grounds to this morning. This is a compost heap here. This is a compost heap I don't trust. This has had all the seeds from the crabgrass in here, and I'm not sure I can trust that to warm up hot enough to kill the seeds. This is Abby's beehive. Look at that cicada. We've got a lot of cicadas breaking out here. This is her solitary bee habitat, and you can see a couple of them have taken place there. This is on the north, or actually the northeast side of the chicken coop. Ethan took his home, so I'm not sure if there are any in his or not. But speaking of cicadas, all these holes in the ground, they come up this big pine tree, and they're all over it. Ashley and Maddie, Duke, and Daisy over here. These are 8 weeks old. Daddy's here. Otis, I'm going to be putting him up for sale. He has done his work. And back there is Teddy, Karen's cat. It's time to let our 2 horses out. They finished their grain. Kaya here, and Nugget. Kaya comes out here to make sure the goats have finished all their grain. Looks like there's might be a few pieces left. Yep, she'll finish that. Meanwhile, Nugget is over here with the hay. He shares it pretty nicely with Maddie. They're best friends. You'll often see them out in the pasture with her standing underneath him. Yes, Ashley, I love you. You're a good mama. Emily over here, these spurs that she has is from her just budding. Wasn't quite complete, but they fall off about every 6 months. Here's her little girls, Chloe and Darcy. Chloe and Darcy were a week old last Friday. These 2 could be weaned, but I'm just going to wait and wean all of the babies at the same time. She may start weaning them or before that. Hey, Madeline. Yes, you're beautiful. Well, Maddie, I'm going to leave you here today. I'm going to go in and sit with the goats for a few minutes. Thanks for watching. It's been several hours. I see a lot of yellow jackets down there, but I also see some moving. So I got some of them.